Project Other Class. Welcome to episode 3, where we're going to finish off, hopefully, fitting the water pump. So we're hopefully 3 weeks into this series. Well, 3 episodes as well. Just going to finish putting in all the bolts. And hang on, let me just show you. Here we go. I did a bit more polishing on the thing, and it looks a lot red. All red on the inside. It also looks a lot cleaner too. So.
This is the one I can't see.
Right.
Oh, I kind of
but if we go round to the other side, we can see actually where he's going.
This is the tricky one that's right underneath the high pressure fuel pump. I need a wiring loop. Got to be very, very careful. And then there's this one here. Doesn't mind going.
But at the moment, slowly but surely, Project Other Class is getting fixed.
It's going in.
Fantastic. So the bolt's in, hopefully.
So all bolts now that hold the pump to the engine block back in situ where they belong.
Fabulous.
As long as we remember now to these bolts, when I came to undo them, none of them were very, very tight. I didn't have to swing on them. So what does that tell you, Jay?
Tells you that they didn't get properly tightened.
No, they're not over tight. No, they weren't loose, but they weren't. They were just nicely tight.
Yeah.
So the secret is now
Getting nice
is to put them back exactly the same.
Yes.
Not to over tighten them. Or risk snapping something.
But as you can see, when we were taking the old pump out, it actually came out rather easy, mainly because of that situation where we tightened them in properly.
Whoever rebuilt this engine did the job properly.
That's right.
This old 300,000 mile thing. That's it.
Right.
And all the awkward little ones done.
Yep.
Well. That's 1, 2. There's 4 small ones, wasn't there?
Yes, there was.
What you know, the old one now. Oh. Oh. So one tight, the one I can't see isn't tight.
Right, stick.
1 tight. Number 2 tight. Number 3 tight.
Number 4, hopefully. Down at the bottom.
And then what I'll do is I'll give the big ones a twist.
There we go.
To make sure they're right. And then go back and check the small ones. I could really do with that hose being out of my way.
And this is mainly because as we tighten up the bolts, all the other
Put a
bolts
small
move.
extension down somewhere. Can you see where?
Small extension.
There. Just a nice even turn until you feel it going tight. That's tight.
Perfect.
Tight. Tight. Just nip down the small ones again now.
Perfect.
And then as you can see, the new water pump now is in situation.
That is perfection.
With no snapped off bolts.
And that's a first for this car. Well done, Mercedes. Because every time we take a bolt off of a car, it either doesn't want to come out or it snaps.
Right, they're all tight then. What
Fabulous.
time are we on, son?
The time. Find out what time it is. It is 25 past 7.
But we'll have to call it a day. Gotta put all
Right.
the tools away.
Right, so let's fast forward to the next day. Okay, it's the next day now, and I'm just gonna now take everything out the boot of the Mercedes S-Class. So as you can see here, we have got everything from the boot all outside, all the tools, bits and bobs, the engine covers, the old water pump, the Allen keys and the torque bits, the ratchet set, strong arm, mini ratchet, blue point socket set, the maintenance spray, one of the intake pipes, and let's see the X bit. So what we're going to do is wait for my father to come home so we can finish off project at dollar class. And they're back. So my father's back and he's just shown off a very good feature of Mercedes. You can have your bonnet vertical, which is fantastic. So we're going to finish off where we left off in the last episode, where we had the water pump in. So we need to put all the ancillaries back on, so the fan belt and all that kind of stuff. So, suggest we crack on. Just put pearl glue close. Shove this back under here. There we go.
Right, where was we up to?
We were up to, we just got the
Pumps back on.
pump back on, nice
Put
and
the
snug.
adjuster
Put
on.
the adjusters back on.
So we need these two hoses back on.
So, at the moment, we're just putting the hoses back on.
I want to have a look first, Keith, so you can see that thing that we dropped down.
But first of all, we've dropped something and we need to try and find it. I think what we need is a torch. Oh,
Just
we've
put
got
it on
one.
that gauze part there, so. Yeah, on the car, love, where it's gauze.
Yeah. Yes.
Aha!
Have you found it?
I can see it, but I might need your little hands.
Yes, my little tiny hands.
Come here.
What am I looking for?
If you look behind that pipe, can you see it?
Yes, I see it. Here we
You
go.
get it? I think you just have to do it by feel.
Oh, hang on. I've got it.
Good, good, good.
Oh.
It's full.
I'm a lifesaver, everybody.
Right, put that in
I
the
have
box.
Just picked this up. So I'm going to put it in our spare parts box. In we go. That's a fail. Here we go. Right.
Right, big flat screwdriver, please, sir.
The big flat screwdriver.
The yellow handle one, please.
Yellow handles. Here we go, big yellow handle screwdriver. And I also brought the blue one just in case. If I go down here, you can see the screw that you tighten up to put the pipe back into place.
That's that one.
There we go.
Nice and tight.
Right. Now, look, there's a cloth on the turbo. Take
No, I'm
that
not
off.
doing that yet, mate. I
Okay.
need
You
the
need
stubby screwdriver.
stubby screwdriver. There we go, stubby screwdriver. You remember we went to get that in the last episode.
Just try this. I'd rather do it this when you get a better grip of the angle it was on. I'll do nothing with it. The stub.
Yeah, it's just like it is going to be stubby screwdriver. Is that tight?
It's tight. It's tight.
Lovely.
Right, some jockey
The
wheels.
jockey wheels, well there's one down here.
I
as
need,
well.
you know, the red handle set.
Red handled set.
I think it's the 40 torques or 45 torques.
T40.
It might be. It might be 45.
This is the one you were using yesterday.
Ah, yeah, bugger.
What's the matter?
That's why. Because, look, that won't go on now, because that hose is in the way.
So, we've got a problem.
We have, indeed.
The pulley won't go on. But,
Because that clip's in the total wrong place. But it's not a problem.
because we can fix that, right?
It'll be justified. So that's why it was on the angle it was on.
That's why we had to get a stubby screwdriver.
And I'd like to have a look at the old water pump and see if there's any Mercedes numbers on it, to see if it's had a water pump on it before.
Right, well, I think we'll go and check that out now, because the water pump is right here. See if there's any numbers from Mercedes.
Big long number stamped on it and a Mercedes badge.
We see, well, there's a Mercedes badge here, but I don't see any numbers.
Oh, it's got a Mercedes badge on it. It's a Mercedes pump, mate.
Mercedes, yeah, I'm not joking, Mercedes badge. And is anything on the back?
Have a look at it.
At the moment I can see nothing. Nope, here's your water.
It's the Mercedes badge.
It's right there.
Yeah, it is a proper. There's the number.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is indeed.
That's the car's original water pump.
Wow.
So that's done a lot of miles.
Many, many miles in what, 16 years? 16, 17 years, it's like.
That's the perfect position now. Taking that off. Well, normally you take a car like this to pieces, you know the ducting from the turbo?
Yes.
You go like that, there'll be oil in it. You put your finger in the turbo, there'll be oil in it.
That hasn't got oil
No.
in it.
It's a good sign that the turbo's strong and the seals aren't
So that's
warm.
good news. So should you find that your turbo's got oil in it, then that means seals are warm and really it should be replaced.
And you should really replace the turbo.
And the turbo. But on this car it seems to be perfectly fine.
And you also feel for play in the bearings on the turbo.
Yes.
Right, that's too small, that one. I need the next
Is it?
size.
Right.
Please.
Go and get the next size.
Just a 45.
45. Swapsies.
Okay.
So that was for something. You were using it yesterday.
It was when I was putting the one on the adjuster.
Ah,
I
right.
replaced the adjuster pulley, didn't I, with the one that I brought home from work.
Yes. We're already 10 minutes in. There we go.
Where's that little dust cap?
Oh, it's a nice ML320 coming down the road.
This one. Right, where's the pulley wheel for this side?
Do that side. It's
Screws into the
in
oil
your hand.
filter.
Right then. I think then we'll move the camera and go around in this angle. And a bit of zoom. No, I think there should do it. So you can all see that, right? Yeah. Right. I think this one's the T4. There you go, T45. And where's the cap?
It's there on that bad headlight.
Like that. There you go. The cap. There you go. Speaking of the cap.
And there's the fan belt.
The fan belt.
Oh, hang on. Before I put that on, I have to put the turbo hoses
Oh
back
yes,
on.
yes, yes. Of
So
course.
I need the red rubber for the turbo.
Red rubber. The red rubber that we cleaned up. Well, I cleaned it up with maintenance spray. Here we go. See, remember from episode 2? That was very well cleaned up with maintenance spray, and it's ready to be fitted back into the car. So,
It fits round the turbo like that.
perfection, and then just slides on.
Not want to be easy, this, I can tell.
Right. Oh, what was that? Some things fell off. Oh,
it's one of them. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, it doesn't even have a dipstick. Thank you, Mercedes.
So, turbo pipes back in.
Yep.
How the bloody hell did I get in there to do that? No.
Not yet.
Let's get the bottom one on first.
Right.
I'm going to need, you know, the snap-on socket set.
Yes.
I'm going to need a socket to fit this and a ratchet. I think it's about 7mm, but I need a small one, not a long one. Give us a 7.
And the ratchets are there. Here. So we go. This is, well, it's not snap-on, it's the blue point, but it's the same thing. As in the other episodes, there will be a link in the description for everything we've used.
Right, give us that, matey.
There you go. Intake when we put everything together.
Whenever you put a pipe on a turbo,
Yes.
you always give it a pull, because if it blows off, you think that just stops and causes all sorts of
Yes.
problems. Where's the big screwdriver, mate?
The big screwdriver. Where have you put it? Right, we'll put that intake pipe.
Right,
There.
that's on. Try and get that on.
You've
And
probably
then
just seen
it's the nightmare hose over there, isn't it?
great. It was really
We'll leave that off, I think, till the fan's back in.
yeah, and not
Took
just
that out to get the fan out.
but
Right.
when you were taking the fan out, you also had first disconnected that hose.
Which,
That one you've got your finger on.
no, but I'm on about that piece. I'm on about this. This goes underneath it.
Right.
I flipped it off. Remember, I was trying to get the hose off.
Oh yes. Remember that hose now.
That's gone back on.
Perfect.
Fanny belt.
The fan belt. Let's go and find it. There it is. Here we go. The long fan belt.
Right, this has to go back on the same way it came off.
Right.
Which was the writing like that. And it goes.
As a song, this it goes like this.
And it goes like this. I'm going to need my phone actually with the picture of how it goes.
Right. I shall go and find it.
It's in the van, mate.
If you're interested, this is how the fan belt went back on the Mercedes. As you can see, it goes from the air conditioning compressor up to the power steering pump. From there it goes to a pulley, which then goes to another pulley, which goes down to the alternator. Then from the alternator it goes up to the water pump, which from there goes to the belt tensioner, which goes down to the crankshaft, and then back at the air conditioning compressor. That is how the belt goes round the engine on Project Dollar Class.
Right, I need my big ratchet and my socket, whatever
Right.
size it was. Was it a 17 or an 18? Is it still on the ratchet?
Probably 17. Yeah. Right.
No, just give us the socket while I try it, mate.
So, as I was about to say,
Right.
we're looking at the diagram now, which guys will have literally just seen. And we're going to use that diagram. So, that's how the belt goes on.
So what I do is I put it round the tensioner so it's in place, and then
Wrap it round everywhere.
when I tension this up,
Yes. I pull the belt round.
we can go like
That.
that.
So the fan belt is pretty much on, right? There we go. Fan belt's back in place.
It's not right.
Good, it's not right.
So what I need you to do is just, no, I'll do it mate, because it's awful tight. That's on, that's on. It's really important because if you don't do this, you start it, it just throws the belt off. There's the belt in position. Now the real trauma begins. Right, you can move me phone, mate.
Right, here we go.
Let's get the blooming fan back in.
So here we go. Time to get the dreaded fan back in. I think this may have to lead into the final episode. Yes, this is my sister. She's secretly taking part in Project Dollar Class. Not the right word. Right, here we go. This fan's going to be a terror, isn't it?
Oh, you just have to put it in the right way, David.
Oh, well, yeah, it might help a lot.
A lot. I thought it was going in easy. Backwards.
You know what? I'll hold this like that, and then you put it in. Here we go. Start transmission line again. Hey, right. That's
I
it.
need them 2 rubber blocks now
2 rubber blocks.
that the fan sits on.
Block. Here's 1 and 2. Them things. So the fan is almost in place. What we need to do now is put in the clips and all of the other things. Screws. And then so it looks like it wasn't going to lead into the next episode after all. But definitely in the next episode, which is not happening now, I'm just saying the next episode, hopefully the engine cover's going to go back on, the coolant reservoir is going to get filled up, and hopefully we are going to start up the proceedings. As I got the key. So, yes. So after that, we've finally got the fan in place, and
We now
need to put the fan securely in place. So we first of all need the little clip things. Here's one of them.
got a snip. No, we're not. We're miles away from them, mate. Snips, please.
Snip, snip.
Gotta get the fan cowling back in before we start worrying about them.
Oh yes.
Did we get the bolt off that? We didn't drop the bolt, did we? We only dropped the thing.
Yes. That's right. We didn't drop the bolt.
Are these the only ones? There's no thicker ones?
No, the ones are the only ones. So we're now putting these things through so we can securely have the fan in place, so when the fan kicks on it doesn't flap all over the place, and if there's air blowing through it, it'll just fall out and it just won't be good. But that's one side done.
Oh, it's not. Because I
Not?
haven't threaded it through, have I? What an idiot.
Oh dear, he's an idiot and not threaded it through the hole. Which means you have to do that performance all over again.
Well, actually it doesn't, because what we can do is that there, push that right up there and up the way. Just give us another tie wrap, please, son.
Another tie wrap. Quiet.
And that one.
Here we go. Finally, all done. We've got one side in. Hopefully.
Yep. One side perfect.
Great.
Our little, what we had to make, because the bolts that hold it in place snapped off. So
Exactly.
this is a hoopty way,
Yeah.
as Jason would say.
No, the Jupty way.
Can you get us 3 of them, mate?
I forgot to say, we've called our cars the Jupty fleet. As you've ever watched Hoovie's Garage, you call this the Hoopty fleet. So we've got the Jupty fleet. So as you can see, I just lower this down a little. You can see he's feeding the tie wrap through and up. See, going up onto the fan. Which is very good. So we are almost done with the tie wraps, I think. Will we almost done with the tie wraps? No, he hasn't even fed them through yet. Okay, this takes quite a long time. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna resume this when this is all tied up. So the radiator clips are being put back on now.
Need a 10mm for the little ratchet,
And
please.
a 10mm for the little ratchet.
Put that back. Doesn't matter if it's long or short.
10mm.
So that. Cute.
We need to now put the Jubilee clip in place. So I'm going to tighten that up. So that's now it for this episode. In the next episode, what we're doing, we're going to be hopefully putting the intake thing on, and then hopefully it's the rest of the things. So
There's nothing left to put on, mate.
Yeah, exactly. So
There's
that's
two
what I'm saying.
hoses and an intake.
Yes, 2 hoses, the intake, the engine cover, fill up the coolant, start it up.
Well, we started up with the engine covers off because I want to see if it's any leaks or anything.
Right then.
And the
So
covers
that's
get in the way.
Right then. So change of plan then. In the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to fill the car up with coolant, put the intake hose back on, put the other hose back on, which my dad's doing right now.
Got the big screwdriver, mate.
Big screwdriver here, and hopefully start it up for the first time with its new water pump. I'll see you in the next episode.